You're sitting at your desk, trying to power through an important work task, but you can't seem to stay focused. Your mind keeps drifting to that juicy YouTube video you were watching earlier, or that intense battle royale game you've been obsessively playing. Sound familiar? In today's world of endless digital stimulation, it's becoming increasingly difficult to concentrate on what really matters. What if I told you there are silent forces at work? Industries carefully engineered to hijack your attention and focus for their own gain. I'm talking about the silent brainwashers, subtle yet powerful influences that rewire our brains to crave their products and services. Whether it's the endless scroll of social media, the addictive rush of video games, the dopamine hit of pornography, or the blissful comfort of junk food, these industries employ sophisticated tactics to keep you hooked and coming back for more. In this video, we'll expose the 4 main culprits behind this modern epidemic of focus fragmentation. You'll be equipped to reclaim your attention, productivity, and precious time. Don't miss out on this eye-opening exploration. It might just change how you view the world around you. Villain #1 is pornography, the supernormal reproductive stimulant. You've likely heard of supernormal stimuli, synthetic creations that exaggerate and distort the triggers that appeal to our innate biological instincts. High-definition porn videos take this concept to an extreme by bombarding us with amplified sexual cues like perfect bodily proportions, youthful looks, and a constant rotation of novel mates. Our ancient evolved brains simply cannot resist the temptation of these supernormal reproductive stimuli. With each pornographic video providing an unnatural barrage of sexual novelty and visual stimulation, our reward circuitry gets flooded with unnaturally massive doses of dopamine. This neurochemical rush trains our minds to constantly crave the next porn fix, slowly rewiring our desires away from real-life intimacy. A 2014 study by Kuhn and Gallinat even found that the neural correlates of porn addiction mirrored those of drug addiction. To counter this, we must apply rationality, recognizing that porn is an artificial supernormal stimulus designed to hijack our reproductive drives for corporate profit. By refocusing on real relationships and personal growth, we can transcend being zombified by the industry. Our next silent brainwasher is video games, the pinnacle of supernormal stimuli. Video games tap directly into the reward pathways that drove our hunter-gatherer ancestors. The constant cycles of achievement, leveling up, earning loot, and conquering challenges provide an exhilarating neurochemical rush that our prehistoric minds interpret as meaningful productive activity. However, this simulated sense of progression is an empty carnival prize compared to real-world accomplishments. While some story-driven or goal-oriented games can provide an enriching experience, games designed around endless Skinner boxes and perpetual progression loops can insidiously retrain your brain's reward system. A 2017 review by Palaus et al. Found video game overuse can induce brain changes similar to substance addiction. To avoid falling into this trap, consciously limit gaming to finite experiences and combine it with physical activity, transforming it into an active pastime rather than a sedentary zombification device. The third silent brainwasher is social media, an insidious exploiter of our deep-rooted instinct for social approval and validation. Like our ancestral reliance on tribal belonging for survival, we crave the digital pats on the back that come with likes, comments, and shares. Social media platforms are finely tuned to provide tantalizing hits of that coveted social validation. However, the idealized virtual projections we encounter on these platforms can instill a constant undercurrent of dissatisfaction and envy. We're perpetually exposed to meticulously curated glimpses of other people's filtered lifestyles and relationships, subtly eroding our contentment with our own realities. As a 2021 study by Vahedi and Zanir revealed, excessive social media use correlates with increased social comparison, depression, and reduced self-esteem. To avoid falling into these comparison traps, we must approach social media with rational detachment and consume it in judicious moderation. Our fourth and final silent brainwasher is junk food, the hyperstimulation of our innate caloric cravings. In the feast or famine environments of our ancestors, seeking out calorie-dense, fatty foods was an evolutionary advantage. However, modern processed foods take this instinct to an extreme through engineered combinations of sugar, salt, artificial colors, and flavors designed to light up our primitive reward circuitry. Junk food corporations exploit our hardwired appetites for pleasure and calories, formulating their products to be virtually irresistible neurotransmitter triggers. As summarized in a 2016 review by Schulte et al., there are striking neural parallels between compulsive overeating of junk foods and the effects of addictive drugs. To defeat this brainwasher, we must embrace a mindset of delayed gratification, choosing long-term health and vitality over the empty dopamine hits of another candy bar or burger. Or, now that we've exposed the deceptive tactics used by the pornography, video game, social media, and junk food industries, it's crucial to be vigilant about their manipulative influences on our psyches. These corporations are not concerned with our well-being. They are singularly driven by profit motives. Every alluring advertisement, every engrossing gameplay loop, every pulse of social validation is intricately designed to keep us hooked and spend.
To counter these insidious forces and regain control of our attention and discipline, we must cultivate mindfulness and rationality. Regularly remind yourself that you are under calculated assault from billion-dollar industries exploiting your deepest biological instincts for their own gain. Breathe, step back, and make conscious choices aligned with your authentic values and long-term goals rather than momentary impulses. It won't be easy, but summoning your willpower to resist the silent brainwashers' sirens is the path to true fulfillment.
Throughout this video, we've exposed the deceptive tactics of 4 powerful silent brainwashers that relentlessly compete for our attention and focus. The pornography industry hooks us with supernormal sexual stimuli, video games lure us into simulated achievement loops, social media plays on our desires for validation, and junk food corporations hijack our cravings for calorie-dense pleasures. While their methods are insidious, we're not powerless against them. By cultivating mindfulness, rationality, and a clear understanding of how these industries exploit our instincts for profit, we can resist their attempts to manipulate us into compulsive consumers. Don't allow your consciousness to be colonized by corporate agendas. Your precious attention is the bedrock of a fulfilling, self-directed life. I challenge you from this moment to start viewing the world through skeptical eyes that can identify these brainwashing forces. Question the impulses that corporations are inculcating. Realign your daily habits with your authentic values and life vision, not theirs. Only through this revolutionary act of mental independence can you fully reclaim your focus and live with profound intention. The road ahead won't be easy, but every minute of liberation will be worth it. Awaken and take back control of your finite existence.